You snooze, you lose. And Pat said, oh, you're going in for a colonoscopy. Is it that hard to make a pick? That's what happens when you come at me like that. I steal your pick, and I didn't even knew you were doing it. That was literally a guess. But I like Denver. So part of my 5.
I can even get you a +3, Cam.
Yeah. Oh, give it to me. Oh, so let's have it. You know what? I'll take a colonoscopy for 3 points.
The Pat Mayo Experience.
Pat Mayo Experience. Pat Mayo Experience. Pat Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog. Week 3 NFL Best Bets, the teaser, gold, silver, bronze, and now the new segment, Cam's fastest 60-second picks. You can get all coming up later in the show. You can always hit the time codes to figure it out. Rob Pizzola, guess what?
I guess I went 3-0 last week.
So did I, and Cam went 2-1. 8-1 as a team, and the teaser hit. Teasers have been the look so far this year, Rob. When does that switch? Right now?
Well, you know what? We got to remain optimistic. We've had our highs and lows on this show over the years, and we tend to sewer ourselves more than we need to. So we're in a good zone right now. I'm remaining optimistic that the teasers will continue to hit.
What do you think, Cam? I've been working under this belief that there's going to be a big week 3 upset for we're not going to see coming. I've been trying to figure out which game it is. If you had to pick any big money line underdog to win this week, who do you think it would be?
Great question. Maybe Cleveland?
That's exactly who I thought. Or the Saints in Seattle.
Stay tuned.
So you're taking the Saints this week?
Yeah, I kind of let the cat out of the bag.
Well,
okay, by the way,
he'll debate the Saints for 17 minutes, and then
hey, Rob, I was actually going to give you a credit. Now, shut the fuck up, and just shut the fuck up.
Whether or not Cam takes the Saints this week depends on if I like them, because he'll ask me if I like the Saints. You know what, though? And if I don't, he'll pivot.
Unlike the bank, who basically puts it up my you know what, we agreed with the pick with Seattle, and look what happened, Rob, when we worked together in the factory.
Yeah,
we get the job done. Let's go. Oh, by the way, that's 5 birds, 5-0 birds ATS straight up last week. Just saying, themes are back.
Do you have a theme this week?
I'm thinking about a religious theme, but there's also an animal theme. There's so many themes not birds this week, and cats look dangerous too. The problem is a lot of themes are in play. I don't know what Rob's theory on the themes is, but birds very strong last week.
It's not really a theory. They were 5-0 money line, weren't they?
Yeah, meaning birds results. It's all there's no database. Just the facts are fucking facts. 5-0 birds.
5-0, but maybe this is the week where the birds are sitting in the street. They don't move out of the way of the car, and they all just get run over.
The
feathers
birds are pretty
everywhere.
smart, Rob. I think they figure out how to dodge traffic. They're doing well.
I don't know. I've seen some birds. A bird flew into my windshield before while I was driving. It doesn't seem super
They get
smart.
distracted by food on the ground and shit like that. He probably saw half of a cheeseburger and fucking just late turn.
Or maybe he just bet the Titans again last week.
Yeah, so basically I'm fucking Bob Birdbrain. If there's one team that I really want to fucking kill and never but the thing is, I don't know, Pat, they always look attractive to me for some. I told you, it's like a drug. I can't get, because the minute I get off it, remember I stuck by Carolina last year and things turned, but the Titans are another story. They're just, I don't even know what to fucking say anymore. To God, that team cost me money, but a good week.
Rob, what did you say Callahan's record ATS was?
3-16 against the spread last 19 games. And one of those was the half-point cover this year in week 1, which you could argue they didn't, if Peyton kicked the field goal or attempted.
Or depending on the line, too.
Yeah,
you get Denver, remember, it was 7.5 open.
True. Yeah, they are a disaster of a team. I feel like the thing with the Titans is they seem to hang around in games for the first half, and then it just goes off the rails at some point over the course of the game. They always seem to be in it until they're not, and then you look at the final score and they get destroyed. I don't know. It's just a weird team. I don't like the Titans.
I was even considering playing the +2.5 first half spread for the Titans this week against the Colts. At home, divisional game, and I see the same thing you do, is they stick in these games for 2.5 quarters, and then it's over for them. They don't know what is going on anymore. But they're let's call it a 38-minute team. They're not so bad. And then it's a disaster. Even the money line. They were beating They were down to Denver, but they would have covered the spread in the first half. And I believe they were beating the Rams at halftime last
big
week.
time.
They were. Stafford threw a pick right before the half, and Tennessee ended up, I think it was 16-13 Titans at the half. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, their offense has been horrible this year. I feel like the defense kind of just let them hang around a little bit, but eventually the offense has to do something, and they just haven't been able to do that.
Well, Cam Ward is on pace to take 90 sacks this year, which I believe is 16 more than the NFL record. That's bad.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Well, it just stunts all their drives. Like, it looked like you watch them for 2 minutes at a time. It's like, hey, they're moving the ball pretty well. And then it's 3rd and 29. Like, oh, well, not everyone can be Bryce Young and just convert these really long downs and yardages to cover spreads at the end of games, and it just eventually it just goes haywire on you. That was a lucky one from you, Rob. Just Carolina coming back and covering that number.
No, it's a good pick.
In fairness, you know what? It's part of when you take a big underdog. Part of what can happen is that they can come back and come within the number. I actually put that pick on Cam though. No matter what happened there, I think the other one I would have fluked off as well, which would have been Cincy. So no matter what happened, it was going to be like an absolute fluke on the last pick there.
Yeah, I took the when you didn't take Cincy, I jumped on Cincy. I was like, oh, they scored the touchdown. They're up by 4. Fantastic news. And no one took Denver. That was nice.
Yeah, and look what happened in that game. Hold on. Knock, knock. Who's there? Backup quarterback, Browning. This guy is actually, we're not even going to have this conversation.
He threw 3 picks, Cam, against Jacksonville.
I know he does, but he also knows the offense, and he throws touchdowns. Browning is an efficient backup. And you know what? They weren't fucking covering before Burrow got hurt. Browning got it done at the end of the game. Cut the man some slack. You're right, though, Pat. He does throw picks, but you know what he also does? He's a guy who can throw for 5 touchdowns, too. He's good.
Yeah,
I think he's sort of like the ideal backup quarterback, especially for this offense, obviously knowing the system, but just he's just going to come in, Rob, and sling it. And I think sometimes like you get the backup quarterback, like the Chase Daniel type, I think is what everyone kind of reverts back to. It's like he's safe, like Tyrod for the Jets. He's going to be safe. He's not going to run some sort of dynamic offense. At least with Browning, he's going to back there and check.
Yeah, I think the thing with Browning is definitely agree with Cam. I think he's one of the better backups in the league. He knows the offense. He's not afraid to push the ball downfield. I think a lot of backups are afraid to push the ball downfield, but he's going to make some mistakes along the way, and he's going to have some turnovers. It's kind of like the Nick Mullins experience a little bit as well, where you're going to get some really good plays, and you'll be like, wow, this guy can play, and then he's just going to give the ball away to the other team. But, yeah, there's way worse to be had, and, Browning played well when he came in. I mean, the turnovers could have cost them, but just kept going, didn't affect his ability to get the ball downfield. And, I'm sure Cam's pretty excited. He probably woke up with like a 3-inch chubby today because of the amount of backups that are playing this week that he could put his money down on.
3-inch chubby.
You got a backup versus backup action.
I don't even know what to say anymore, Pizzola. Anyway, so Pat, you're looking at the new sports host at Shoeless Joe's Vaughn. I got
permanent gig.
I guess you'd call it a promotion for passing my first test. But you know what I did? So this is classic Cam Stewart. So it's the end of the day, I get the money. I'm like, okay. Manager, we get along great. Saints fan, makes me even like them even more because they don't cheer for like a popular team. Sit down, want some Jaeger shots? Yes. You want more? Yes. You want more? I'm annihilated. I did the smart thing. I took an Uber home. I didn't drive.
Good. That's a very sensible decision.
$60 Uber, whatever. And then I realized when I woke up, fuck, my car's in Vaughan. I have to take another one to get back. So let's just say I got paid $300 and ended up owing them $40 at the end of the experience. I am the best employee ever. I get money and they go, thank you. I'll be back next week. I'm actually down money, but we had a hell of a time. Oh God, I'm sweating. Like I even went to bed like at a reasonable hour last night. I'm still like, man. Well, Rob, I did some really stupid things too this week. Like friend to friend. I don't do sleepovers with grown people anymore, but it's just one of those things. Like, you know what I mean? I'm there and I'm like, I go, wow, I got it. Like I was so beat down. Like I wake up, I'm on a guy's couch. The couch is so small too. My leg, and there's like the stuffed animal near my head. I'm like, what am I doing? Walk of shame. I'm looking out. There's a dumpster there, Mississauga Transit. I'm like, dude, get your shit together. Get it together immediately. And anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying where I was, whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't taken public. I take TTC and whatever. I haven't taken a fucking like bus in 8 years. I took 3 in 2 days. Buses are back. That's the hot underdog.
Cam with. I love Cam how you tell like enough of a story that I kind of have an idea what's going on, but I have to fill in the gaps with everything.
There's no
else.
gaps to fill in. Went to a bar, people bought me drinks, got wasted, said, you know what, I'm having a good time. Next thing you know, I can't move. I'm on a neighbor's couch.
Well, I thought you Ubered home from the bar.
That was another party.
Oh, a different party. Yes. Oh, sorry. That's okay.
It's been quite a 3 days.
I want to throw one football thing at you guys before we move on, because Cust was victory lapping this on the show after 2 games. So, you know, you're probably pretty. And listen, I had some Vikings friends reach out to me, so they agreed with Cust that they're mad that they let Sam Darnold walk and now JJ McCarthy sucks and now he's hurt. Rob, letting him, I'm still just widely under the impression that paying Sam Darnold was just a terrible idea for the Vikings because you just can't build up the rest of your team. Maybe their bad decision was letting Daniel Jones go.
Possibly.
Everybody's team's bad decision.
I mean, the reality is at some point, like they drafted JJ McCarthy 10th overall. They put some serious draft capital there. You can't just you eventually got to turn to that player at some point or another, or you just completely wasted a first round pick. And I don't know. I mean, Daniel Jones's resurgence. I don't know how much of it is Daniel Jones as much as it's Shane Steichen. We're going to see by the end of the year, but I don't know. I think it's too early to judge what they should have done. It's not like Darnold is setting the world on fire in Seattle so far.
But I'm with Pat though, Rob. Even Jones, a veteran quarterback, is a great insurance policy when you draft a young kid because you have a good offensive line. And one thing Daniel Jones can do with time, as we're seeing, he can actually get it done. And you're right about Shane Steichen. Whatever this guy touches turns to gold. He's helping Jones out, but there's a reason Jones got drafted high. He has a skill set.
Well, what about Anthony Richardson?
Anthony Richardson's like, no, he can't throw the ball. And that's not, and I like Anthony Richardson. I cheer for him, but there's no, like, raw is not even the word. He can't make simple throws. Yeah. It's kind of like when you look at certain quarterbacks, like they throw a beautiful long ball and they can't even like hit like a 2-yard screen pass. It's like really like he doesn't have the mechanics. It doesn't matter how fast he is. He can't throw.
The Anthony Richardson box score stats are nothing like I've ever seen in my, like, I never seen stuff where you see a box score at the end of the game and one quarterback is like 6 for 30 passing. Like
yes.
It defies, like he just can't play. He can't play in the NFL. He just does not have the accuracy.
No.
Let's move on to the gold pick. See if we can repeat our performance from last week. We did sweep the board 3-0 with the gold picks. Jared, what are we now? 4-1-1 overall for the gold?
That's from last week.
That's last week. Look at us. Look at all that green up there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So this is like the high point of the season for us. So let's see if we can at least extend it one more week. And I'm probably got a loser for you right off the hop. But I at coolbet.com right now, unless we can find a better number out there. If you live in Canada outside of Ontario, use Coolbet. Fastest payouts in the biz. They have PME exclusives up there that we always get boosts on golf and football every single week under that tab on the left-hand side. But I will take Cam, the Houston Texans, +2 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They cannot start 0-3, and I think this defense is just going to cause a lot of issues for the Jags. I do worry that the Texans can't score at all, but road game, they're still getting 2 points in division. They haven't lost in Jacksonville since 2017.
It's a problem. I find that game to be tough because Jacksonville's the home team there, but if I did have a lean, it would probably be Houston, and that was a tough one against Tampa Bay. I needed Houston with that game, and it was close, but they didn't get it done.
They had it until they didn't. Yeah, +2 is the best number on the market right now. It's just I have bad vibes about Jacksonville for whatever reason, Rob. They just don't look right. And every time they can put a game away, they actively give the other team the ball to let them get back into it.
So it's whether you're like glass half full guy or glass half empty. I agree with you. They remind me of just every other Jags team where it's like the same old story. They just find ways to blow games. I do feel like it was a very misleading box score last week with Cincy. Brian Thomas Jr., I don't know what that guy was doing before the games. I don't know if he dipped his hands in cement before he started, but I don't know. I don't know where this guy just can't catch the ball over the course of an entire game. I'm interested to see what the Texans offense looks like with Christian Kirk back, because if it's not any better, and I don't know that it will be with that O-line, I will have some serious concerns about that team going forwards. Honestly, Pat, I lean the other side. I lean towards Jacksonville here. But I mean, if you, like before week 1, if this was the line in the game, I would have snap bet Houston. It's now that I've just seen enough of the Texans to be like, I don't know that this offense is ever going to fix itself.
It's an issue, although teams that are 0-2, Cam, tend to do very well in week 3 against the spread.
No, it's a great way of like Rob knows the same people we know. Like we have a guy, Billy the doorman. He used to be our doorman when we worked at the Score, and he actually, I'll give Rob credit. He shows a lot of patience and stuff. So basically, in an NBA game or whatever, team starts off 0-4 or 5. That's his spot, and then he won't he'll just smash the game. And I'll tell you from knowing the guy and looking at tickets, he wins it like 8 or 9 times out of 10. Like you find that desperation spot, inflated spread, and then nail it. So yeah, I think that's actually a good way to look at things. And you know what? A lot of normal people go, "Oh, this team's brutal. They're 0-5." Yeah, eventually they're going to fucking win a game. It's the way it works.
Yeah, since 2017, Rob, the 0-2 and our dogs in week 3 are hitting at a 70% clip against the spread.
It makes a lot of sense. Listen, I personally, I'm not a trend better, but just like logically speaking, it makes sense that like the market would undervalue that type of team, especially on a very limited sample size. I mean, remember, Houston going into the year was a pretty deep, sizable favorite to win the division. So after 2 weeks, people like myself and maybe others are giving up on them completely. And there is a chance that they flip the switch. Like 2 weeks doesn't tell us anything. After 2 weeks last year, people thought the Saints were going to make the Super Bowl, and they just completely fell apart. So I get it. I don't like to bet teams with terrible offensive lines, and losing Tunsil has been a big problem for Houston. They're down their center as well. I don't know until they show me they can move the ball. I'm off the Texans train.
I guess the other way that I would swing it back is that Houston has played what you could consider 2 pretty good teams to start the year. Yeah. Although your difference between the AFC and NFC may vary in who's good and who's not. But Jacksonville just might be a big tier below the Rams and the Bucs.
Possibly.
Especially defensively.
Yeah, but I could argue that Jacksonville. So like Jacksonville, Carolina is a tricky game. I think the box score was like kind of right, but it's Carolina. Not going to learn anything from that. I think last week, Jacksonville, since he's probably the most misleading like game of the entire week in terms of what the final score ended up being there overall. I still think that their offense can move Jacksonville. Like it's inconsistent, but it's probably like a league average, slightly above league average offense. Can the O-line hold up against that Texans defense? We're going to see because, Baker did a great job of scrambling on Monday Night Football, making plays with his legs that we are not accustomed to seeing Lawrence, do that all that much. I don't know. Tough game for me, Pat. I understand the reasons that you would do it. I have no faith in the Houston O right now.
Yeah, Cam, the last thing I would say on the Texans versus the Jags in particular in this matchup is that the Jags offenses looked pretty good through 2 weeks, but they played what could be 2 of the 3 worst defenses in the league.
No, I get it. It's desperation time for Houston because I'm kind of like Pizzola, like Jacksonville's the home team. They've put up points. To me, this is just like literally a flip a coin game. I'm kind of with Rob. If you told me Jacksonville, but this game didn't even make. And you know me, I've been on every fucking game on the board, and this is the one I'm like, I think I'm going to stay away from it.
Listen, you give me a coin flip game and 2 points, I'm going to take that. Rob, you got a gold pick.
I do. I'm going to pick on a team that I think absolutely stinks right now, and I'm going to take the Patriots against the Steelers.
Yeah.
I don't really understand this line at all. From my perspective, going into this week, I think New England has the better offense. And I actually think with the amount of injuries on the Steelers defense that New England has the better defense. And which is sad because they don't have much of a defense altogether. But if you look at what Pittsburgh, like the saving grace for Pittsburgh, all these years where they've had a bad quarterback, they have been able to generate turnovers on defense, get pressure. They do not have any more players left on defense. Like they just lost Alex Highsmith, who had an amazing start to the year for them. He's out with a high ankle injury. They don't have depth on the D-line right now with Derek Harmon still limited with his knee injury. Joey Porter didn't practice again yesterday because of the hamstring injury. They're just very, very beat up on the defensive side of the ball. So I don't get the market love for Pittsburgh here. I think the wrong team is honestly, I think it's wrong team favored in this game. I trying to understand this, but aside from Morgan Moses, the right tackle for New England, who, we got to watch his status. Christian Gonzalez obviously returned to practice yesterday as well. I don't expect him to play. I still think New England is just better on both sides of the ball. So Give me the Patriots.
Throw out that New England, despite winning and being my gold pick, thanks a lot for coming through, that there's a chance that Miami really, really stinks, and both these teams are terrible.
Oh, it's possible. I actually don't like. I'm not a Mike Vrabel guy. I think already I can see some things that drive me crazy with that team. Like Drake May balled out on third down last week. Basically, the difference between New England and Miami last week was New England did really well on late downs. Miami sucked on late downs. That was the difference in the game. And normally going forwards, I don't love that strategy. I don't like to see first down runs up the middle for 1 yard every time and stuff like that. But you also got to account for the quality of opponent here. And like what the Steelers got, everyone wants to talk about, like the special teams gaff last week. They gifted Seattle 7 points. The Seahawks dominated the Steelers last week.
Thank you.
They killed the Steelers. Like there were two different football teams on the field there. I just don't understand. Like Pittsburgh is valued too high in market right now. Their offense isn't good. They picked apart the Jets in week 1. Everyone got really excited. A lot of that was short fields. Is not super efficient whatsoever. I'm out on the Steelers right now. So yeah.
You can run all over the Steelers, which is just something that I don't think anyone is used to. It's hard to process in your mind that, hey, turn around, hand the ball off, and you're going to run all over them.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways to move it on. They just don't have the personnel that they like right now. It's pretty easy. You just double team TJ Watt. You like chip them with a running back or a tight end. And that's it. That's basically your key to moving the ball against Pittsburgh at this point in time. It's been 2 games in a row now where the other team just moved the ball at ease up and down the field. And to me, this is not the offense that's going to be like this explosive offense this year. They have a 37.9% success rate. That's like the bottom 5 in the league right now. On a down-to-down basis, they just don't run successful plays. So I listen, maybe I'm out to lunch here. Market disagrees with me. Moving out towards Pittsburgh, I think New England should be a small favorite in this game.
So I got you at New England plus 1.5. Is that the best number you see?
We can lock in 1.5. I'm sure there's some juice twos, but go ahead, lock in 1.5.
I can try to find you a 2 here, Cam, if you really want to. You want to keep bringing it up.
I mean,
this is
technically,
your conversation. I didn't.
FanDuel has 2.5 right now, actually.
All right, there you go. 2.5.
Yeah, they do. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh wow. Okay, you get 2.5 then.
There we go.
He does.
Cam, how about you?
Points won't matter though. You could give me New. If we were tracking units, I'd take New England money line here.
Okay.
Okay.
It's you.
It's me. Do I do this? Sure. Give me the Saints plus 7.5 against Seattle.
I like it. I like this. The Saints have been.
This could bite me in the ass because Seattle's due to kick the shit out of somebody, but I really like them on the East Coast and the West Coast. Things have totally changed with this team. The Saints have been competitive in both of their games. Asking Seattle to win by margin, it's a dangerous pick. Don't get me wrong. This could be bronze, silver. I'll just put it in the one hole. It's, as I said, no mineral is more important than me. We're picking 3 games. Give me the Saints. I think they lose a heartbreaker. Like literally like last second field goal. Hey, they win by a touchdown. I win by the hook. It's 7.5 on FanDuel. Saints.
Yep, it is.
The Saints have been shockingly mediocre.
Yeah.
Which I think is a big upgrade for what we thought they were going to be.
Seattle's a good dog. They're not a good favorite. Trust me.
I kind of agree with you there. Like Seattle's defensively is very good right now. Even with Witherspoon out last week, they look good, but they're not like a team you think of that's going to be built to, win blowout type of games, right? Especially this type of game, like they will probably run the ball a lot over the course of this game. I think that shrinks it even more when you're talking about the point spread, but New Orleans is going to be very live backdoor wise, potentially even to win the game. Like the offense is fine. It's just not like Spencer Rattler is just not consistent enough to put together all these drives, stack together drives, but here and there, he's good enough to lead you to like 20 points. And that might be good enough to cover in this game. So I made the game 7. I would happily take the 7.5 as well, Cam.
All right. So we cleaned up on the gold picks here. Another 3-0 week I'm feeling here.
I hope so. I love 5 games, and a couple are probably going to bite me in the ass. This is one of them, but I got to stick by my convictions and not waver.
For over a century, Johnnie Walker has shared its bold spirit with the game of golf. Now, crafted with Devereux Golf, Johnnie Walker introduces the Johnnie Walker Blue Label-inspired Sunday Golf Bag, elevating the game with sleek design, Blue Label hues, and refined gold accents. Celebrate your hole-in-one with a premium Sunday bag crafted by Devereux Golf. Submit proof of your achievement to johnniewalker.com/blue-in-1. Please drink responsibly. You're fired up for silver picks then. Let's go.
Okay. Can Rob, can you go first, please?
Why does it, like, whenever he asks you to go for a pick, it's like you're going in for a colonoscopy every single time?
Well, I've had a
You're
couple surgeries, and that's how I feel when I'm looking at the board.
To make a pick on a show?
Yeah.
All right.
You said you had 5 of them.
What,
Yeah.
5 surgeries or 5 picks?
5 picks.
Oh, yeah, I do. But I can't give you 5. On our show, we do 3 minerals.
Listen,
not 5.
we have you boxed out that you can do all of your picks at the end. So people will know where you stand.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, am I going to do this to our friend Jeff?
No,
What?
no, I'll go first. I'll go first. I'll go
No,
first.
I want Denver. I want Denver. I'm allowed to have no. You know the rules, Rob. I can do whatever. Pat says I can do whatever I want. You two money bags, you fucking own your own companies. I own shit. Know what I own? Helmets. Know what I own? Bills and property tax. I haven't fucking paid yet. Give me the fucking Denver Broncos, and maybe I'll start paying some bills.
This is all my fault.
Down boy. Why, you like the Broncos, Rob? Take
Yeah,
the
when you passed it over to me, I should have just picked instead of mocking
but you know what? You snooze, you lose. And Pat said, "Oh, you're going in for a colonoscopy. Is it that hard to make a pick?" That's what happens when you come at me like that. I steal your pick, and I didn't even knew you were doing it. That was literally a guess. But I like Denver. It's part of my 5.
I can even get you a +3, Cam.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to me. Oh, so let's have you know what? I'll take a colonoscopy for 3 points. Give me Bob Bronco.
What is it, Rob, about the Broncos that you like?
I don't know how the Chargers are going to rush the quarterback. Khalil Mack now out. Denzel Perryman was like an underrated loss in their front 7 as well, where historically, whenever he's off the field, the defense gets much worse. I just think it's like the Chargers are really going to struggle to get after the quarterback without Mack. They don't have like pure pass rushers on that team. I don't want to get like hate mail from Jeff or anything like that. I believe in the offense quite a bit.
Hate mail, he could just meet you and if he wants to, like light a candle under your.
Yeah, I didn't think he was actually going to send me something in the mail. I see him every Monday.
Yeah, cigarette butts and candles. That's your torture.
Yeah, that's that's kind of the difference to me. And now you need the Chargers to win by 4 in a game where I think these two teams are fairly like
Denver
close.
outright, right, Rob? Denver by 3.
I think they're very live. I think Denver's very live. Like Denver's going to have as many fans as the Chargers are going to have at this game. Mm-hmm. Like that's another thing as well. The home field advantage is like next to nothing for these guys. So
Okay, so are you going to double down with Cam and go with Denver?
What are you going to do?
No, I'll switch it up. I think I like to like diversify, go all over the board and stuff like that. I still see a 7 out here, so I'm gonna.
No! Don't do it to me.
You know, if you really want it, Pat, you can go for it if you want it.
I will take Jets +7.
Okay,
as my silver selection.
What is happening today, guys? Like,
we agree too much that it's actually scary. I think.
No. Like we're a bunch of thieves. No, you steal the silverware. No,
you know what?
Friend. Don't worry about it. You want to go get this guy. You go. You know the safe. You know. We can crack that vault. Like we're being very polite to each other.
This is the most Canadian show ever.
Oh, you're right. I'm the anti. Like I'm more of the everybody. I'm not like you guys, but we are acting very Canadian right now. After you, sir. No. I insist. insist.
Fields is out for this game, and somehow the number dropped to 6.
Dude, I love the Jets too. At that number, you know what? There is, and I will say this again: the backup whisperer. What the fuck is the difference between Fields and Tyrod? Tyrod Taylor actually throws a better ball.
I would say that the difference is if Fields plays well, their offense does have a bit of a ceiling. He just so rarely plays
Fair
well.
Enough.
That's exactly what I would say. I think they're very comparable, but the Fields' ceiling is higher in the game. But Tampa's got no offensive linemen left.
And now their defense is hurt too. And they haven't looked good. They're 2-0. And I wouldn't say they've looked particularly good through 2 games.
Agreed. But somebody could take that and use that as a positive. I guess.
Sure.
Where it's like they haven't even really played well yet and they're winning games. But no, for me, I definitely think that like cluster offensive line injuries are massive. And with Tristan Wirfs, Luke Goedeke, and now their right guard as well, you're missing 3/5 of the offensive line that you're expected to start the year with, which would have been one of the best offensive lines in football. I think this is too many points to lay with that situation.
And you're also getting the rebound effect. Like, I don't know what the opening spread was for this game last week as a look ahead, but you had the Jets visibly getting annihilated by the Bills, and Tampa won on Monday night, but they have a short week, and that was a physical game. Like you mentioned, they lost O lineman, they lost D lineman, even Baker got banged up.
I'm going to tell you guys, that is the trends, whatever. This angle will hold the test of time, and Rob will talk about it. The problem with NFL, and we're older now, and we don't know it all because there's always going to be things that trip you up. But when I see a team get punched in the fucking face in a game and embarrassed and whatever, and the team that they're playing was in a hard-fought physical game that they barely won, I love getting on that team that got their ass handed to them the next week. I think it's a great spot for the Jets. A fantastic spot, in fact.
And look, they don't need to win the game in order to make us money. There's not lose by more than
you're right,
7.
Pat. Like, it's a top 5 pick. Like, it's in Cam's 5-6 pack. Like, the Jets, they're right there. I love them this week.
So, Rob, you've had both your silver picks stolen from you at this point. Where would you like to go now?
But hey, no, the crazy thing about that theft was I actually gave him the bag. I'm like, hey, dude, this is your money. I'm going to be okay. And he gave it right back to me. That's what Rob is. No do to boot it. You're a hoser, Rob. You're an Italian hoser. Go grab some bacon and some meatballs.
You know, when I did ask for that bag back, you told me to fuck off, basically. You're like,
no. We're a theft ring. We're a team. You offered it to me. I said, take it back. You gave it back. What do you want me to do? I got bills to pay.
Okay.
Pat stole your pick. Or you stole his pick.
Well, but me and Pat abide by a set of rules where we don't take the other people's picks. You could pick whatever you want. So you could have gave me Denver first, and then you could have still picked them afterwards.
Listen,
but instead, Rob, you took them for yourself.
I do a lot of dumb things in life. That's fact. I do a lot of stupider shit on this show, even more factual. But you made the rules. You and Mayo made the rules. So you know what I say? Fucking live with it.
I can't believe you're going back to Denver after what they did to you last week, Cam.
See, that's another thing about me. Basically, hey, my kids told me, I hate you, Father. We're moving away. We don't like your rules, whatever. But you know what I do? I bring them back. I'm hurt. Don't get me wrong, but I bring them back. Hugs, kisses. You do it to me again, then we're going to have a problem. I'm going to call Children's Services. So you better be nice to your father. Bob Bronco gets one more shot. And if they don't cover this week, then we got a real problem.
Listen, your kids will tell you they hate you all the time. My daughter told me this morning that she hates me and hopes that I die because I asked her to wear a sweater to school.
My God. If my kid said that to me, I would be in tears. I don't know how you do it, man. Good for you.
They're little kids. They don't know what they're saying.
But you can't tell your parents you hate them. Like, they know you love them, right?
Listen, I was trying to make her wear a sweater. What do you want her to do?
Why you like that's abusive. Like, what's the temperature? What kind of sweater? What's going on? Like,
it was like 8 degrees when they went to school this morning.
It is Halifax. She didn't need a sweater. Tell her to tough it out.
Yeah, I like to tell the kids they can wear the sweater.
For a child is not you should probably wear a sweater.
Yeah, like asking a kid to wear a sweater is not a fuck you, I hate you, Dad. It's kind of like no.
But it was just, with the little kids, they get jarred up all the time. It's just like they're ready to do something. They have it set, like this is what we're doing. It's like, now put on the sweater before you go.
I told my mom off when I was older. That didn't end well for me.
Yeah. If I told my mom off, it would be a slipper flying across the room.
Yeah. You know what, Rob?
Direction.
Weaponry, old wrestling, foreign objects.
The slipper that's how an Italian mother would warn you. The slipper would come off. They
you know what I used to get, Rob? All sorts of spoons were a very popular one. Wouldn't not steal as much.
Yeah.
And Pat, one time my principal in school, imagine this. The guy pulls my pants down, so hit me with a steel ruler. You do that to a kid today, you're doing hard time.
Let's take some odds on this.
Jail.
Rob, you've worked for sports books before. What would cause you more trouble right now? You set the line. Hitting a child with a wooden spoon at school or pulling their pants down at school as an adult?
Pants down, minus a million.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
No, dude, I'm telling you.
It's a good line by Cam. Minus a million.
You can't take a kid and hit him, take his pants down. Your parents can't even do it. But Rob, that was accepted back then. Yeah. You know what? If I run into that guy, I should probably kick his ass.
Well, if he was
He's
the
about
principal
70
when you were a
yeah.
kid, he's probably
Yeah,
like 85 years old.
He could be 85.
Where are you going to run into this guy?
I don't know.
by the way?
Hopefully somewhere.
Maybe Cam will wake up on his couch. Who knows?
Maybe. If he invites me over. And Rob, if I see this guy walk in the neighborhood, though, it's one of those ones where I might have to, like, how's your cane doing? Like, you don't do that. You don't hit kids with steel rules.
What if this guy came out to Shula's Joe's to support you next week? And he said, Cam, it's been a long time. I wanted to support one of my best students. I'm here this week to watch
Best
NFL.
students. That's great. If he supported me and gave me cash, he's fine. If he didn't, then he's going to get lit up.
Cam,
with my left hook.
do you know what show my wife and I have on in the background as we fuck around at nighttime, like after the kids go to bed, just something very easy to have on?
What show?
Castle.
Oh my God. I used to be embarrassed to tell people I watched that show.
It's not bad.
You know what I like about Castle? He's a numbnuts, but he's got problems in his life. His daughter's always in his face. She's nice. The mother lives at home and she's some rich old lady who just doesn't have game anymore. Former actress, but she's old. But Castle's love interest there. They should bang. I really like that chick.
Both Canadian, and they hate each other in real life.
Yeah, well, didn't show on the show, so they must be true professionals. But minus $1 million for pulling kids' pants down and hitting them with metal.
Agreed. So, Rob, you still have a silver pick. Is it a silver spoon pick?
Sure, we can go with
Ricky
that.
Schroeder. Let's go silver spoons.
Yeah, I'm now pivoting now.
You're pivoting all right, bud.
I went in today. I was very sorted before the show, Cam. I had 3 picks. I'm like, this is going to be it. 1, 2, 3. I've only been able to do 1. Yeah.
What makes it? Why do people watch the show? Because we don't know what. Like, basically, we're a band, and we said this is our set list, and then we say, "Fuck it, we'll do whatever we want."
We're basically Fish of betting shows.
You got it.
Although Fish, I don't care if we lose fans over this. Fish fucking sucks.
Oh, dude, I'm not a fan either.
Horrible.
And even Rob rips all my fucking bands. Like, dude, I don't have 40 minutes to do acid, mushrooms, and hear the same fucking riff again and again and again and again and again. It's like, okay, I get it, man. I'm fucking stoned. Now fuck off. Fish, they put me in orbit, that band, and stealing Rob's term. Like it's too much.
Rob, I went to Bonnaroo to go see Beastie Boys because it was Beastie Boys, Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, I love Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, Chris Rock was doing like a stand-up set, like TV on the radio was there, but the other like weird headliner was Fish. So you had like a bunch of Fish fans there. It was just it was a very separate vibe than the rest of the festival.
Let's just say the odor of the Fish area was a little bit different than the other areas.
Although when I needed to buy weed, I knew where to go.
Oh, I love when the festivals do that kind of stuff. Like I was in Chicago this summer. Lollapalooza was happening. And wow, some of the things you see around the city while that's going on, you can't even get into. But there was like one night where the co-headliners, I don't remember if it was Sabrina. I think it was Sabrina Carpenter and Korn.
Korn.
And it was like this, the young demographics, like first, they don't even know who Korn is. They're like, what the hell is happening right now? People in my hotel were talking like they never even knew what Korn was.
Korn's
like,
drummer's
this is
good.
insane. This is nuts. But imagine going to that show. You're just like, some pop artist and plays an hour and a half set. Who's up next? And it's Korn. And you're like, you never heard them before. That'd be like incredible, amazing.
Well, we can do Gen Z corner here. We got 2 Gen Zs behind the camera. Are you guys very familiar with Korn?
With a K,
No.
not the shit you put in burritos.
Yeah.
Backwards K.
Or it comes out of my ass.
If I'm being honest, I consider myself pretty, way more so with music than with movies and TV. Nothing on Korn or Fish, for that matter.
You don't
You've
consider
never heard a corner Fish?
you don't consider yourself a freak on a leash?
It
It was Olivia Rodrigo and Korn.
Oh, amazing. You know what? A lot of people like Olivia Rodrigo. But what diverse. Like, that's 2 opposite worlds right there. And can you believe corn and fish are both foods?
Yes.
Like, what are the odds? 2 bands we name, we could both eat.
I mean, they do spell it differently.
No, but corn with a K. Maybe it's like, it's like crispy corn.
Yeah, you could also eat a red hot chili pepper,
Yeah.
if you want to. There's lots of bands that have food in their names, Cam.
That's okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What are the odds? I don't know.
No, but we named 2 and they
Minus
both
10,000.
had- Rob, I'm just saying, we named 2 fucking random bands and they were both named after food. I'm just saying that's a high-paying parlay.
So do you
food
think
parlay.
that is the reason that we see this diversity in headliners at some of these festivals? They're actually underwritten by big food, and this is a part of their marketing ploy.
All I know is my head. I don't know how to answer this anymore. All I know is that was a great conversation.
Silver pick, Rob.
Okay. I'm going to go Monday Night Football. I'm going to take Baltimore -4.5
Oh, here we go.
against Detroit.
Oh,
I like this a lot.
Oh, birds. Here they come.
I like the Ravens up to like I like them at -5. I'd like them at I think I'd even like them at like -6.5 here. I really like Baltimore.
I do too. I think we saw Detroit match up against what is considered like a very, very good team in week 1, and they got shellacked. And now we're kind of riding high off of them beating the Bears. The Bears have nobody left on defense. Caleb Williams is a complete bust. So I think we're catching Detroit off of a huge high here. Baltimore, yeah, they haven't looked super impressive. They blew it to Buffalo, but they were dominating Buffalo for most of that game. Then they fell apart. Last week against Cleveland, I can kind of give them a pass because Cleveland plays them so often, and Jim Schwartz has done a really good job over the years of limiting Lamar Jackson. That's kind of been a big thing for him. Detroit just doesn't have the horses on defense to do that, in my opinion. So I think ultimately Baltimore is going to score a lot in this game, and I'll lay the points with the Ravens.
I do want to see Detroit be successful in the post Ben Johnson era outside.
Agreed.
In elements. Like they looked like themselves back at home indoors against what could be the worst defense in the league in Chicago right now, especially with all the injuries. Jalen Johnson's not out for the year. Yeah. Baltimore's defense isn't the Packers defense, but it's closer to the Packers defense than it is to the Bears defense.
Isn't it funny how in Chicago, it doesn't matter what they fucking do. It's the same shit. So don't spend any money. You guys, it doesn't matter. You get Johnson. It's the same shit. Eberflus, this, that, and whatever. It's the Bears.
It is funny that the Bears were able to fleece Carolina in that trade for Bryce Young and they did nothing with it.
I know, really. I just always think back to that Poles press conference where he's like, "Yeah, we're going to be taking back over the NFC North," and it's like since then they've just been a complete abomination of a football team. But you know what? They missed on the first overall pick, and when you do that, it sends your franchise back quite a bit because Caleb Williams sucks. Like he's a terrible quarterback, and there's I guess a very small chance he could turn it around at some point in his career, but he's just very inaccurate down the field. He makes bad decisions. You know, it's not like they haven't schemed guys open over the first few weeks. He just misses them completely. Yeah. He holds the ball too long. Like, it's all bad.
I don't understand how he can look like John Elway whenever he throws to Roma Dunze, though. And then to everyone else, it's non-existent.
He has a problem picking up multiple coverages. It was that way in school. And you know what he does? It's really stupid. And he doesn't learn. He just puts up prayers. And it doesn't work in the NFL.
Yeah. He thinks his athleticism that like won him games in college can work in the NFL. And it's just not. It's a different game.
Should we get him in the CFL? I feel like he'd be a good CFL quarterback.
I mean, you got to be accurate on like those 5 yard
I got to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm not sure that shit's going to sell. It'd be a wicked CFL quarterback? Fucking Cam Ward, because he can do that cross pass, arm strength shit. Like that guy would be unreal. Like he would be good. I don't think he would be great. Hey, all these other motherfuckers think they can come to the CFL and dominate. You talk to Johnny Manziel how that worked out for him.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Johnny Manziel is one thing. Caleb Williams. I don't think Caleb Williams' arm strength is an issue. The dude has a rocket.
Yeah. So Johnny Manziel had drank for like 4 consecutive years straight at that point.
I went to a bachelor party in Montreal when Johnny Manziel was playing for the Alouettes, and Johnny Manziel was at the day bar that we were at smoking cigs outside. They had a game that night.
Yeah, not ideal.
I've seen that before.
I bet against them and won.
Yep. He just couldn't do it. A lot of guys are like get ripped and stuff before games. He just can't do it.
Well, me and Cam will remember back in like the early 2010s, maybe it was like 2009, something like that. I think it was Esteban Loaiza was a pitcher for the Blue Jays, and he was out really, really late at the Underground across the street from the score. And like teammates had to carry him out because he was so drunk. He was pitching an afternoon game on Saturday.
He goes, remember, because Garner's, are you pitching? Are you pitching like pitching tomorrow? He goes, pitching tomorrow. I'm pitching today. And it was like a noon 12:05 start versus the Cleveland Indians at the time.
No, it was the White Sox, I think.
No, it was Indians. I remember I had money on the game, and this motherfucker threw a 2-hit, seven inning game.
Yep.
I'll never forget that game, Rob. Doesn't matter what I do. That's in my head forever.
I believe the Jays won 3-1.
Yeah, they came back. Me, Garner, Gabe, we all had tons of money on the game, and we were shitting ourselves till like the 8th or 9th inning.
Yep.
True. Bronze picks.
Oh, okay. Would you guys like to start?
I can start here, Rob, unless there's another game that you do want to get to.
I don't have
I doubt you're taking my game for the bronze pick.
Okay.
Fire.
So I'm between two, and I'm going to go with Kansas City -6 on Sunday Night Football. I just don't think the Giants are going to be able to score on them. We got a bit too. The Giants could barely score on Washington in week 1, and Washington's defense kind of sucks. Kansas City, if nothing else, has a defense that is going to cause Russell Wilson an awful lot of problems. Can Neighbors and I guess even Wandale at this point get behind them? Maybe, but I think Kansas City's too well coached to make that happen. I'm big on these like 0-2 teams right now covering spreads, and I think that it's not like a return to form for Kansas City, and maybe the defense can cause enough problems that this ends like 13-10 Kansas City and they don't cover. But I just look at this game and I see like 24-3, 24-7 for Kansas City, and then we still know absolutely nothing about them.
I see this very differently, honestly.
Okay.
I think both teams can score in this game. Oddly, I think right now KC is very, very, very good at stopping the run, but their pass defense is kind of in shambles. I'm not like, believe me, I understand that there's a scenario here where Russell Wilson just stinks and like KC dominates the game. I get it, but their passing attack is decent. Like they have weapons that can get open. It's on Russ to make the throws. KC on the other side of things, like eventually it's going to start to piece together for them. We're going to see who's back at wide receiver for them this week as well.
Both Worthy and Royals are practicing already. So I would expect Worthy to be back.
At least one of the two, I would agree with you. And that's going to help them because like, I don't think the Chiefs offense is done forever. I think the lack of weapons is the reason that they're struggling to move the ball. But I don't actually have an opinion on the side, I guess. I played a little bit of the over very early on Monday. Yeah, that's it for me on this one.
I just feel like it's almost the reverse of the Jets game, where the Jets just looked so bad last week that I do think that there's value in them in these points against Tampa Bay right now.
I think this is a polarizing football game because I have people that I respect that think the Giants are the play, and I have people that think the Kansas City is going to roll them in this game. I find it very difficult, to be honest with you.
I'll throw it here. That like I was one of the people saying this as well. I wasn't alone on it, and I like the Giants over for the season because I thought that their front seven was going to be really good. Rob, it hasn't been.
No, it's not. It really hasn't. But one of the big problems is like they haven't been super aggressive on defense. This is a problem with having a bad cornerback group, but like they're trying to get pressure with just their front four and drop guys into coverage to prevent more explosives. It's not working. I mean, if they can't get after the quarterback, they just get carved up like Dallas did to them last week because the secondary is just not good. So, yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one for me, but I agree with you, Pat. The Giants defense has been way worse than I would have thought they would have been out of the gate.
Mahomes over rushing yards is still probably just the play here. Set it at like 30.5 and he'll have 60.
Yep.
And Tyquan Thornton, longest reception. Every week it's just going to hit.
The big thing so the Giants they got like no linebackers left. It's like a sneaky cluster injury. It's not the most important position in the league, like inside linebacker, but I could see Kelsey getting targeted like a lot over the middle of the field in this game. Just, yeah, they're literally going to have to sign guys off the practice squad to play in the linebacking core this week. And there's one team you don't want to do that against. It's the Chiefs because a lot of it's underneath, right? They pass a lot underneath. You got to make tackles, and without a linebacking core, that's a little more challenging.
Yeah, the other game I was thinking about here was the Niners, but that spread is starting to get away from me. I missed the +1.5. Now it's -2.5 Niners.
Yeah, I bet a lot of Niners this week. I don't know that I would go this far with the number at this point, but Arizona's cornerbacks are a disaster. Like they're going to be potentially without the top 5 cornerbacks on their depth chart, which is insane. I don't even know if I've ever seen that before. We'll see how the rest of the week goes in terms of practice, but their secondary's in shambles right now.
Yeah, just call it Juwan Jennings over receptions or over yardage, and we'll be good.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, Pearsall could have a pretty big game. There's no one that could cover him in this game.
There isn't, but whenever Jennings is on the field without Ayuk, he is the guy that they just he's the first read every single time.
Yeah, it's tough though because I don't know like the Mac Jones tendencies in this offense.
We saw even last week, last week Jennings was so banged up, and he was still the focal point.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, but this should be another good game for Mac Jones. Like he should be able to move the ball.
Mac Jones is all right. He's playing well.
And if he's and Cam, as you've always pointed out, if someone's not looking, he might just like shimmy someone.
Oh, he's dirty cleats up, but hey, you know what I mean? Mac Jones is just, he's starting to, the guy looks okay.
Yeah,
Not
he
gonna
goes
say
for
that.
the nuts, Mac Jones. He fights.
Yeah. He likes, he's a nutbag. Yeah, he's always going for
picks
nuts.
up for the nuts a lot.
Yep, it's a
Notice
good
that.
call, Rizzo. He likes kicking people's nuts.
Yep.
So bronze picks from you guys.
I have to go to the bathroom very, very poor. Like, I mean, things can get really stupid. So I'm just
you know
gonna.
what we can do for you, Cam?
What?
We can take a quick break.
No. I'm just gonna I'm doing it again. It's between two of my old friends, and I don't know which one. Rob already knows. You know, it's between Carolina and Tennessee. I don't know who to go with.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to say Cleveland, but Carolina and Tennessee.
Actually, Cleveland is I will be Cleveland. Like again, I like Cleveland in that, but we have to wait for the fastest minute in sports gambling.
Yeah.
I like Cleveland too, but I just
just give me fucking Tennessee. The whole world's going to be on. You want to talk about nuts? People are going to be on the Colts' nuts. Give me the Tennessee Titans plus 4.5, and I got to go, and I'll be back in hopefully under 3 minutes.
You want to talk about nuts? It's betting Tennessee every week, losing every week, and then continuing to bet them. That's what's nuts.
first half, Tennessee plus 2.5. I just think that's such a much better look than the plus 4.5 for the entire game.
Let me do my thing, and if I lose again, you can laugh at me next week. Tennessee,
right.
please.
Rob, are we gonna have to put Tennessee on the banned list for Cam if they lose again?
I'm doing it. I don't care what you say. I'm doing it. Can't hear you.
I think we might. I think we may have to. I mean, he's built. He's been wired this way for the 15 plus years I've known him. He cannot look at a terrible team and not bet them. It's not the NFL. It's every sport. It's the way that his brain is wired. If it's a shit team, he has to bet them because he thinks there's value there. He's like, no one wants to bet them. There must be value on this team. When no one wants to bet them because they fucking suck. That's why.
I mean, I might have that problem with the Cleveland Browns, although at least they are 1-1 ATS. And I thought they were wildly competitive with the Ravens to the point where they weren't. It was a lot like Tennessee last week, where it's like they could steal this game. And then just they couldn't do anything offensively. And that's what I worry about the 8.5 with the Browns this time around. But I just feel like this game's like 17-10. I think they're going to shut down Green Bay's offense.
I don't know. So it depends. The issue that I have is last year, the Browns defense gave up a lot of explosive plays. They haven't so far this year, but I'm not convinced entirely that they won't. The thing with Green Bay is they're going to push the ball downfield. They will. They scheme big time routes down the field. It's a little bit like Ben Johnson's offense where you have someone running free 30 yards downfield. Like, how the hell did he get open? They will take shots. If the O-line can hold up, that'll be the big question because they were missing 2 O-linemen last week on Thursday, and Washington can't exploit that, but Cleveland would be able to exploit that.
I guess the way that I would think, I think you're right. And they gave up explosive plays to the Ravens last week. It was just guys you'd never heard of down the field. And they were comfortable going into these one-on-one situations. And Love is going to push the ball, but I think that could work against them too. Like, I do think Cleveland's live to win like a really ugly game here at some point against someone good that we haven't seen it because Love has been an MVP candidate through 2 games and has looked amazing, but he's still Jordan Love. Like, this could be a 3-pick game from him. It's like, oh God, what happened here? Especially with the O-line beat up, that if they are trying to take these shots, because Cleveland's not going to be blitzing. They're going to rush 4 at you most of the time. They're going to take away that intermediate part of the field where Green Bay loves to operate, whether it's Romeo Doubs, whether it's going to be Tucker Kraft, like Dontavian Wicks on these outs to gain the first downs. You're going to be left with Jacobs and shots downfield to Matthew Golden and Williams jet sweeps out of the backfield. I feel like the Browns are uniquely qualified to shut down Green Bay's offense. The big issue that I get back to is, will Cleveland score a point in this game?
Yeah, so I think that the Browns, I think this is a good live betting game depending on the game state. I don't think the Browns are going to be built to come from behind here, because if they need Flacco to throw 1,000,000 times with this pass rush on the other side, they're in trouble. So it comes down to them being competitive early, in my opinion. Scoring first would be huge for them. Just being in a game state that is more neutral instead of having Flacco drop back 1,000,000 times, because he's going to throw picks, he's going to make mistakes a lot more than Jordan Love will. So I definitely cannot bet Green Bay at this price. It's tough. They've been upgraded in markets so much off the first 2 games, kind of unprecedented for teams to be upgraded that much. And I get why, but there's just not a point where I'm going to lay this price of the Green Bay.
Is Cam back?
Looks like he's there.
Hi.
That was a pretty quick bowel movement.
Yeah.
No, it hurts. Like I'm not. It didn't. Nothing's. It didn't come out. I got anyway. It hurts. I'm having just lower stomach pain today. I don't know what it's something. I got to stop eating spicy foods. I think.
Yeah, maybe avoid sleeping on friends' couches as well.
Yeah, it's good. Good life tip, Rob. What else? So who took Cleveland?
No one did. We were just talking about that game. Rob, you do have a bronze pick to put in.
Yeah,
I do have a bronze pick to put in.
Yeah.
Scanning the board here.
How do you feel about Carolina?
I don't feel great.
How do you feel about Cleveland?
I feel slightly better about Cleveland.
How do you feel about the Arizona Cardinals?
We both like the Niners. It kind of came out to that. The spreads, like we said, the spread's just growing too much. I like the Bengals against the Vikings. I think Wentz is a fucking disaster.
Yeah, Wentz sucks. I don't know, but the Bengals defense is so bad that you could see Wentz like turning back the clock for one game. You know, I actually hope that happens so badly. Who do the Vikings play next week? I would love to fade Wentz after it's at Pittsburgh. Well, I mean that could potentially be a one where he looks really bad, but I'm going to go
your Cowboys versus Bears.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Dallas as my bronze.
Dallas plus 1.5 on the road.
Yes, there's a 1.5 FanDuel. Yeah, I mean they're favored in a lot of spots, but okay. So like not a lot of conviction here for me. Both of the defenses are really, really bad. Really bad. Dallas's will give up a ton. Chicago's missing a bunch of players in the secondary. TJ Edwards got hurt again last week. So it just comes down to who do I think is going to score more consistently? And I much rather the Cowboys offense right now than the Bears offense. Dallas's offense looks like it's the real deal. They can run the ball successfully this year. I don't know where Javonte Williams came from, but that seems to be working for them. Pickens is a great secondary target. I do not believe the Bears are going to function properly offensively with Caleb Williams as quarterback this season. Even if Dallas blows a bunch of coverages, yeah. I mean, Russ hit them downfield, but Russ was throwing accurate balls. Caleb just doesn't do that. So I'll take Dallas here.
I like any sort of Pickens adjusted overs. I think this is the game where he finally gets going.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like they've been trying to make him happen for 2 weeks, and he's George Pickens, so it hasn't been happening. And then they have so much more success when it's like, hey, let's just throw to CeeDee Lamb. And outside of like a critical drop, he has brought in everything. So the entire lack of defense really is going to have to shift to Lamb, and you're just going to have Pickens running almost unopposed 30 yards down the field 10 times in this game.
I just don't know how does Chicago cover these guys? I don't know if Kyler Gordon's going to be back. That would be big for them. If he is, you probably want to downgrade Lamb a little bit because he's a decent slot corner. But with no Jalen Johnson, they just don't have the corners, and they're not generating a pass rush at all. So I don't think there's a ton of value in Dallas here, but a little bit. I just trust them more to score on the opposing defense.
Pickens receiving line so far this week, it is going up right now, but if you did want to get in on it, Cam, it's 52.5.
I like it. I just think, you can look at the Bears and they're a shit show. And the thing about Dallas is they're flawed too. Defensively, they're going to give up points, but they'll just score more than Chicago in this game, in my opinion. So yeah, I like Dallas.
We didn't even reference what's probably the best game of the early slate, and that's the Rams at Philly. I have no real
I like
take
the
on
Rams,
that game.
but it's tough.
If this goes any further towards the Rams, I might bet Philly, but they look bad. Like the Eagles' offense looks very vanilla, right? They just don't have anything downfield. It doesn't seem like the same Eagles offense as last year. So I don't know. I'll probably end up passing, but if a flat 3, I would definitely bet Philly, I would say.
Cam, at 4for4.com/Mayo, you can get yourself 25% off all of the packages, including the Sharp Stack tool. You can even get a free 7 days going for it right now. And this time of week when all the props start dropping is a great look to go do that. I'm just taking a look at the EV right now. Amarion Hampton, under 47.5 rushing yards, is currently the best rated number on this board.
I don't know what to say about that.
He's been not good.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't looked great.
The other one, Jared Goff under a touchdown and a half at plus 115 is another really good look for Monday night.
Wow, against the really? I don't know.
You don't like to play unders anything, do you?
What under? I love unders. Like betting football and stuff. I bet a lot. I take unders more than most people, I would think. I just don't like. To me, that's Goff can throw for 2 touchdowns. I know
he could, but you're getting 15 cents to lay the under here.
I understand, Pat. All I want is a bag of money. I don't care about anything else. Like I just got bills to pay. Cut me a check. That's basically what I'm looking for now. You know.
All right. Well, we need to cobble together a teaser here. We're 2-0 on 6-point teasers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, good.
I think every teaser. I can't imagine who has been blowing up teasers through 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. I think it'll probably been a good start of the season. There a few blowouts here and there, but for the most part, you're right. I can't think off the top of my head of like there's not been many upsets, right?
Yeah, well, the only team that blew, like Cust lost he has somehow found a way to lose a teaser each of the first 2 weeks because he put the Jets on it last week for some reason.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Yeah, that was a tough call.
So where do you guys want to go? We get one selection each here.
Yeah, I kind of just want to go with my gold pick and tease them up if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, yep. I think that's where I expected you to go. So do you take the Steelers or you take the Patriots up to 8.5?
Yeah, like the Steelers got to win by double digits on the road to lose that. The game's pretty low total. I feel like that's a decent spot, decent position.
I'll do Broncos. I might as well take one of my picks and make them 8.5-point dogs. Divisional game. If they lose, it's probably by 3.
Denver plus 9 for you in that.
Oh yeah, that's right. 9, even better. Thanks.
And although I am on pure upset alert in this game, I'm just going to take the Seahawks down to 1.5.
Yep.
Actually, a point.
Just don't win by more than 7. I'm cheering for the Seahawks. Just win by 7. Everybody's happy.
Yes.
Give us a 24-20 Seattle, you know?
Yeah,
that'd
fine
be
with
fine.
That. Yeah, I'm fine. That's a perfect score. Please, that score will be great.
Are there any teams that like you would actively be avoiding just in teasers right now? Because I like the Texans actually I like them to cover the 2. I like them to win the game. I could see how they lose 27-3 at the same time. Like I don't feel like they're a great teaser team in that regard.
I want to, especially with these teasers, like if you have an incompetent offense, I don't want to put you in a teaser. Yeah, that's where I kind of.
So you're saying Carolina,
Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like Tennessee's a bad pick against the spread, but there's lots of paths to them getting completely blown out by
I
Indy,
understand.
right? So that's kind of what I'm looking for is like, what's the path to a blowout in this game if I'm going to take the underdog and tease them up? And a lot of these, I think that there are.
The other one that I was looking at was the Raiders up to 9.5 actually, just up from 3. We didn't speak about that game at all. That even if Daniels ends up playing, which still looks like it's about 50-50, I think he's going to end up going. And maybe it's just because the Raiders haven't looked all that good, but he's not going to be running around like a crazy person.
No, I doubt it. I don't think Daniels is going to play first and foremost. Like for him to only practice Friday and then play would seem unusual to think that's
stupid
kind of
to play the guy. He's your meal ticket. You can't.
Agreed.
Can't afford anything.
And like
worse.
I'll just say it. Like of backup quarterbacks as well. Mariota is a very solid backup. You know, the last few years, every time he's come in and played, he's played a good game for the team. He's not Jaden Daniels, but
he's getting smarter as he's getting older. He's figuring out a lot of things. I agree.
Yeah. Debo over receptions in this game. It's like 5.5 or something. He's just going to catch the ball all day long.
Yeah. Who will benefit the most out of the backfield with Eckler on IR? Like who's going to catch the most passes? Because whatever the running back is, Mariota, I could see that happening.
So it's been my theory because everyone wants to put Krosky Merritt as like, oh, now he can just run the ball and he can be the Eckler role. Like there's a chance it's McNichols.
Yeah.
I think that the answer is Debo. That just whatever like screens and dump offs is just going to be Debo.
But McNichols he's gonna get a shitload of touches too. Everyone wants to go with he'll get balls. Trust me.
Yeah. Why did Jaden Daniels throw 100 times to Noah Brown last game? Did anyone want to try to figure that one out?
I don't understand anything. Sometimes the NFL, like whatever you think, like it's just
Like Washington's weirdly banged up here. So Daniels is banged up. I don't think Noah Brown is going to play. He has a groin issue. Obviously, Eckler's out for the year. They've lost some pieces on defense. Like if you were to ask me like who I wouldn't say the safest money line underdog here is, like 3 points or more, I'd say it probably is the Raiders.
Like if you were going to pick any money line underdog 3 points or more to win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys seem to like Denver, but
I think a lot of people would take Rams in that spot. Like people think the Rams are very live in that game.
The Rams haven't looked super good through 2 weeks. Let's not forget that. Like they were in a bloodbath with Tennessee for 2.5 quarters.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I
think a lot of people will take Bengals +3.
Yeah, I mean that's probably pretty fair too, because I feel like that game is somewhat of a coin flip, just because Wentz is such an unknown. And they have a banged up O-line as well. Like, that's
I'm telling you guys, though, the Colts have looked great the first couple weeks. If Tennessee's ever going to do something, this is the week. But I think I've said that for the last fucking 3 years.
I did
say it again.
I did pull the Callahan number. So he's 9-10 against the spread in first halves, but 3-16 against the spread full game.
Okay.
So if you're ever going to bet Tennessee, you got to go first half because at least you're coin flipping, and then you don't have to suffer the pain of whatever the fuck is going to happen.
We don't do first halves. We have to pick full game.
No, you can pick first half spreads in total, or first half spreads.
Let's keep it consistent. They're not dicking around.
You were trying to get the producers to make picks last week. I suggest something that's actually in line with what we do. Can't do that. You want to add more people making picks.
Well, they're producing the show. They should have the producers' pick of the week.
They're behind on the Pat Mayo Experience cam. The people in front of the camera make the picks.
I get it.
I don't think that you do.
No, but Cam.
No,
this is just
I
Cam.
do.
This is how
what is
wired.
everyone? Listen, I love you guys over there. I don't understand what everyone's need to bring producers into a show is.
I get it. You're right. I'm just trying to be a friend to everybody. I'm sick and tired. Maybe these guys will defend me on Tennessee. Can I do the fastest minute in fucking sports gambling? Or
defend them on Tennessee first. Jared, do you want to be on the show? You have to. Your now role is to defend Tennessee and hype up Cam's picks.
That's torture.
Breaking news: Pat hates his producers. That would be the headline.
Breaking news.
Not true. Pat's very good to
news.
us.
Just do your fucking job, guys, and shut your hole. You want a job?
The only defense of Tennessee is that you think the Colts are the Saints of last year, and Tennessee is due for a win.
Yeah.
Bottom line
That's
is
what
this.
it is.
You guys came up and said the Bears were going to fuck up the Vikings or whatever that night, right? And I get it. We all make mistakes on the show. I'm just telling you, Tennessee, if they're getting 4.5 at home against a team that everybody think, oh, look at the Colts, they're 2-0. Well, we'll see. We'll see how good the Colts are. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, that brings us to everyone's new favorite segment on the show, the fastest 60 seconds in sports, Cam Stewart's entire slate picks. Go ahead.
I'm going to take the Las Vegas Raiders +3. I like Carolina Panthers. 5.5 Fangs. We're going to take the Cleveland Browns because I'm fucking nuts. +7.5. Give me the New England Patriots +1.5. Ron Ram +3.5. Horns. Tennessee Titans +4.5. I'm going to take the New York Football Jets +6.5. We're going to take the Minnesota Vikings -3. We're taking the Jacksonville Jaguars -2.5. New Orleans Saints +7.5. Denver Bronco +2.5. We got the Cardinals cheap 2.5 cheaps. Cowboys. Oh, get them Cowboys. We're getting 1.5. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at -5.5, and I like the Detroit Lions getting 5.5.
So that's 12 underdogs.
Yeah, he got some favorites in there. He
I
got
got
KC.
It was 12. I counted them. It was 12 dogs, 4 favorites.
All right, that's
fine. That's perfect week.
Average Cam Stewart ratio right there.
What's wrong with that?
Dog.
You got a
I'm
problem with it?
just saying that was the balance.
Yep.
And the first 7, I think, were all underdogs.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Rams headbutting of the screen as well.
I like 5.5 Fangs. That's a new
5.5 Fangs was okay. Yeah,
Yeah, 5.5 Fangs.
yeah.
Big
No,
team.
but the headbutting, the Ram was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yeah. So maybe with Vikings, I'll come out, Rob, with what? Like like what do I do for the Vikings? What do I do for?
Yeah, you have to show off your Wizinator.
You have to pillage. You have to go next door to your
I
neighbor's house and
basically have
break
like
in and pillage.
I have a dead animal on my shoulder, and like I'll fucking eat him on air, raw.
Okay. I'm here for that.
That's what Vikings do, don't they? Don't they take everything from you?
Yeah, they pillage.
Pets, wives, whatever. That's the thing. They don't care. They're Vikings.
Oh, you've eaten dog food on air before and
Yeah,
bought
no
toys.
shit.
Not even you like volunteered.
Not
to do it.
wet.
They didn't have to put you up to it.
Not wet, just dry, and it was a milk bone.
You know what?
No, I listen.
I want to investigate this a little bit more. I know that like wet dog food doesn't sound good, but I bet you they make some like real fancy ones that are much better than just a
Well, if
regular.
I ever
milk
had to do it, I'll use the one where the Italian guy from The Sopranos says, "Keep it in the fridge," because that shit looks better. Maybe I can put gravy on it.
You would. I think the problem with eating wet dog food would probably just be the smell. Like getting close to it and smelling it would be.
Yes.
I don't know how anyone could go through that. Like
You basically just gotta. You have to put your mind in a place that you don't, and just like pretend it's tough. Like you have to be so invested in just. You're right, Rob. No nostrils or nothing. And pretend it's like fucking weird ice cream or peanut butter or something like that.
Are you sure you've never eaten wet dog food before?
Never in my life.
It sounds like you've had some
I've eaten
experience.
seal. I've eaten everything. I've not eaten wet dog food.
My grandfather, before he passed, did eat some wet dog food because my grandma, for their dog, she started like making like bowls for him in the fridge when the dog was getting old. So she'd like cut up meatballs and put in some other things, and then she put dog food in it. So he just goes to the fridge and just pounds this thing back.
Well, if I ever do it, there's this brand called Caesar, and it's in these little packets. And that one, they got like different flavors and stuff. Like
It's just like eating
filet
tuna.
mignon. Yeah.
You just open it up like it's a tuna.
Just open it up like a tuna. Yeah, it ain't fucking Rio Mare. By the way, that Italian turkey on that show, he's $5 a can. Fuck you, buddy. I'll take cloverleaf. $5 for a can of tuna. Go suck my balls. Rio Mare, real Italian tuna. No, whatever. It's pink, so it's a lot of tuna. Fuck.
Rob, is there a case to save the Bills this week in Survivor? Because I've been hearing there's like a save the Bills case, and I don't know what it is.
So yeah, it's the future value. The Bills have insane future value. Like they could pretty much be used in at least 80% of weeks for the remainder of the year. So that's the case, right?
It's just that if you get to a week in a tough spot, it's like, oh, I can take the Bills.
Exactly.
So it's not like any particular double week or anything like that. It's just that they play they play in their division, so that works for them.
Yeah, I mean, I went through the schedule yesterday. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's legitimately there's a dozen more games where you can use the Bills. So if you get stuck in any spot in any week where you're like, I don't know what to do here, Bills is going to be in play. They have.
I used Lions last week. Looked pretty. That one got home quite easily. I wish life was like that more.
I don't know who anyone took last week that lost in Survivor.
Nobody's losing, but you know what? This is going to be what it's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon. Week 3 or 4. Some
people are doing stupid things. There was like some Steelers losses last week. Like, I don't.
That's true.
When you got like 4 favorites on the board that are a touchdown, like around a touchdown or more, what are you doing taking a field goal favorite? Like sometimes people, I don't understand the Survivor strategy. Like it makes no sense to me how someone could do that.
I took the Lions. It worked out for me.
The number, I mean, they were what, 6-point favorites, 5.5-point favorites?
Who, Lions?
Steelers were 3.
Steelers were 3.
I'm saying the Lions are 6.5.
Yeah, the Lions were big favorites. I mean, it's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. I used some Lions last week as well. I mean, you
guys,
can justify
I got some other shit to do today, but can I ask for this because I don't have the time to do the complete research? Can you give me like a couple anytime touchdown scores with major value? I'm gonna get some done, but I got a lot of shit I got to do. So
it's Thursday. I haven't jumped into that yet.
What?
Yeah.
So when do you do this?
I usually try to get everything prepared for the Saturday show. Friday, most of the more of the props board ends up coming out, so I'll do some research on Friday night, Saturday
college
morning.
show on Saturday. That's what I'm telling you. Like not all of us are doing
Cam,
NFL.
The whole thing is that you don't need to bet on everything. It's not.
Yeah, you do.
Let me look at the EV tool.
You do.
Yeah.
I'll use the Sharp Stack tool. Code Mayo at 4for4.com. You get yourself a free week and check this out.
I just want something rare, different. Like I'm thinking, like Washington's running back, like a double backup running back or something like that we can figure out. You know,
I mean, I bet you that doesn't provide that much value. Just because the odds are big doesn't mean it's good value.
Yeah,
I never said anything about that. I just want a couple fucking picks.
Well, you said give me some value. Then you're talking about backup running backs.
This Saturday fucking in golf. This guy's putting me in orbit too.
How about this? Bet Tyler Algier to score a touchdown against Carolina.
I like that pick actually. I like that. Rob, you got anything from your database or anything?
I'm looking at the database right now, and it is telling me that every anytime touchdown scorer is a big negative EV bet.
For the most part, at this point in the week, I would say, yeah. I think you gotta wait for injury reports before you like players ruled in and
I
out.
don't have time. I'm doing a show today in 15 minutes. Never mind. You guys will stick to what we're doing. We had a nice, friendly Canadian show for a while. Everything's cool. I'll figure it out. Done.
You should wait for the better odds and the more information. You shouldn't just be
No,
giving.
he's gonna do a show. If you're doing a show,
Pat, do you not like? Do you need a fucking Whisper 2000? I have to tape the show today.
I get that. I'm saying that maybe you shouldn't be giving out any time.
It's not my decision. I'm working for other people. I work for you guys. I work for other people.
Do they specifically want anytime touchdown scores?
Yes, and yes. And I'm gonna have to start working for myself because you guys are killing me.
You can give out some props. You got Debo, Pickens, and Juwan Jennings over receiving yards. You're good to go.
Whatever. I'm taking a fucking Tennessee Titan just to fucking piss you guys off. I don't even care who it is.
If you had Rob, if you had to not take one of the Survivor guys, like the big favorites in Survivor, which team would you fade?
I was trying to project ownership today. So I do my Survivor a little bit differently. I try to just project which teams are going to be owned and go from there. I probably wouldn't take Green Bay.
That's where I was leaning too, and they're going to win by 40 points.
It's very possible that they will. I was actually just looking. I was going to give Cam like an extreme long shot touchdown score. Malik Heath is 22-1 at a book right now. That's like a big time long shot that I would take.
I'll give you credit for it. If you just, I just want something like really crazy. Like I know first down, touchdown market, and you guys will say it's a fucking stupid market. Yeah, I'm quite aware, but you know what I like to do? I like to have fun. Yep. It's like, I know I'm not going to win money when I buy a lottery ticket, but I like the excitement of getting the lottery ticket. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I understand.
That's why people talk about drugs or whatever. It's the chase. The chase is better than the catch.
The anytime touchdown.
You ever heard that song by fucking Motorhead? It's true.
Mm-hmm. It's the Ace of Spades.
Nah, it's called, they have another song, Chase Better Than
They
the
got a lot.
I don't know if they have another. I think it's called Ace of Spades.
No, they have. They also have that Triple
H's song. Yeah.
I am fucking done with you guys.
It is all about the game. That you have to say for the NFL, it is all about the game and how you play it.
It is.
It is.
Ace of Spades.
Motorhead has a million songs, by the way.
No, they have one. It's called the Ace of Spades. You win some, lose some. It's all the same.
Even to me.
In the song, they say it's all the same.
These guys wrote great gambling
song.
anthems, man.
Know what?
That's a great gambling anthem.
Because it's true. Everything they say is true.
Yeah,
there was a guy who played guitar outside of the bars when I was in college. So here, last call was at 3. So bars would get it at 3:30 a.m. And he'd just be out there just collecting money and just us yelling Ace of Spades at him, throw him $10 about like 4 a.m. Very poor. I used to be very bad with money too, Cam. It happens. That's how I used to spend my money, throwing it at people to play Ace of Spades at 4 a.m.
I just throw it at a lot of different things.
Listen, you're better off with the anytime touchdown bet. I'll give you that.
Fair enough. I was just looking for answers. You guys don't have them, so I'll just find my way.
Bet the big white tight end in the Thursday night game. Whoever I don't even know if it's Julian Hill anymore.
I always take tight ends anyway. Like the Bills game, I hit Kincaid at 16-1. I fucking love tight ends as first bet because they go there a lot in the red zone and the numbers are good.
Who's playing Arizona? Take Tongs or Farrell. There you go. Yeah. Play both those guys.
Actually, I like Farrell.
Yeah, Luke Farrell. He scored last week, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe that's the way to go. Because Arizona, they've reverted back to old Arizona. They can't stop tight ends again. But I'll give you Algier, because I don't think Carolina can stop the run. And maybe even Ramondre, Gibson, one of those guys. I think the Patriots are going to run all over. And maybe even Rachaad White, because the Jets can't stop the run either.
See, there you go. I would add some of those guys in. The Patriots are going to run wild. They're going to they are going to run so much in that damn game. It's going to be unreal.
And Henderson will be overpriced in the market for the amount of touches that he gets. So Gibson might actually be the look.
Yeah, you're right.
If you don't want to take Ramondre, who's a much probably better bet there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Gibson's returning like punts and kickoffs too. So if you play it on a book where those don't count as defense special teams, you get like a little bit of bonus value there.
Sounds good.
Rob, we're going to be stepping on your territory next Monday night with the Jets-Dolphins game, doing a cast watch-along.
It's no problem. You're entitled to do what you want to do. I mean, that's a great game to do it. The Jets actually have a chance to win and maybe beat a team down. Who knows? So that I would very much be looking forward to that if I wasn't on air. But sounds like a good time, Pat.
And how many watch-alongs are you doing per week now over on the Forward Progress channel?
Yeah, so we're doing every Thursday night and Monday Night Football on Forward Progress as a watch along. And I've got to tell you, I'm very open with the audience when we're going through a bad stretch and we've been sucking, but these plays have been on fire. Like we hit Ryan Miller to anytime touchdown 30-1 in the Bucks game on Monday Night Football. So there's been some really good stuff there. If you do want to check it out, Forward Progress, Thursday Night Football, Monday Night Football.
Cam Stewart at Cam Stewart Live. You know what we're going to do for you, Cam?
What?
We're going to make that 60-second. We made you a graphic.
Oh, nice.
I'll put it out as a clip and I'll tweet it out for you.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Yeah, by the way, for all you people other than football with the Blue Jays playoffs, come catch me up in Vaughan. We'll have some drinks. We'll have some fun. And I'm going to tell you something, Rob, that place is going to be fucking packed. Because the one thing that I've realized, because people stay at home for football with their 9 TVs in their fantasy leagues, when there's one team playing and it's everybody's team, we're going to have that place fucking packed to the nuts. It's going to be party time. So go Blue Jays, go. And the more games they win, the more money I get. So let's go on a long run.
Help out Cam. Go see him at Shoeless Joe's, and he'll have a drink with you, I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm Pat
will
Mayo.
I ever?
You
I'll
can
give
follow-
all the money I made away. That's how many drinks I'll have with you. Then I'll take an Uber home. Then I'll realize in the morning I don't have a car and take another Uber there and basically work for free. That's how I roll. That's my see, Pat. See how good I am with money?
I mean, the Ace of Spades guy should just go hang out next to you.
Like fucking, I am the Ace of Spades guy. That's what I do. I
You
give
pay
it away.
$60 for the Uber home. You tell them to put Ace of Spades on the radio. There you go. You get double value.
Yeah.
I'll be back live on Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time with Tambo and John going over the DraftKings slate. I'll have the weekend cheat sheet. Plus, the newsletter is going to come out. That is completely free on the weekend to update you with anything that you may have missed in less than 1,000 words. Get you everything you need to know for the week. All right, smash like, sub to the channel on the way out, and I will see you next time.
Pat Mayo experience. Experience.